fear. Fear feels awful, scary, feels so real. Fear of not getting what you want, fear that you're not doing it right, fear of so many things that can surface, especially when you have assumed something that you desire. I want to share with you a success story that is so wonderful, and it has so many wonderful things. It includes a story of revision, of health. I haven't done a lot of videos on revising or health, so this one is going to be about, it's a health success story. And however, it goes much deeper than that. It shows not only the power of revision, but of persistence, of forgiveness, of forgetting, and of her having the life that she actually wants now, regardless of what it is that you're manifesting, regardless of what it is that you desire. I want to share with you in this video how what seems impossible, when you are doing this in that metaphysical sense, that you are doing this beyond logic, beyond reason, beyond science, beyond what you see with your physical eyes, and you go within to where everything is possible, everything becomes possible to you. Welcome, my name is Rose, and welcome to The Rosey Life, where we help you free your mind and follow your heart so you live a life that you love. If you're interested in working with me or joining the Rosey Life course and community, you know what to do. You can go to the Rosey Life website. The link is down below, and you can read more information there. All right, so I absolutely love this success story, and it's actually from a subscriber. And I have many success stories that I want to share with you guys. And I'm going to tell you right now that this one is going to feel like, I don't know, it might feel unreal, it might feel real to you, whatever it is. I want to share it with you because why I say that is depending on your awareness, what you're willing to believe right now, because it is a willingness to believe, and you don't have to believe in things that are possible. You just have to be willing to open up your heart, open up your mind, and to see things differently, whether it's related to health, money, love, or anything in your life that you want. It's that seeming impossible that becomes possible when you are willing to set aside any limitation, any conditions that are in your life that you feel like are unsurmountable, that you begin to see the own miracle of yourself come into your life. So I'm first going to read you the email that she sent me, and she gave me permission to send it. And of course, I'm going to not mention her name for her privacy. And then I want to get into the topic of fear, because I would love to address this. This is coming up quite a bit, because we think that because we feel something that it must be real, and that's quite the opposite, you guys. Okay, so first let's start with her success story. She said, I watched one of your slightly older videos on revision in Neville Goddard. I never really believed in revision until you broke it down and said, forgiving is forgetting. You get that? Forgiving is forgetting. I'm not really sure which video she's referring to because she didn't mention it. So I'm gonna maybe like try to put together revision videos in a playlist for you guys. So if that's helpful, and so bear with me as I do that as well. So let's keep going. Then it all started to make sense. Remember, she's saying, I got it. Forgiving is forgetting. And she said, then it all started to make sense, because a popular saying is, I'll forgive what you did, but I won't forget. And I did say that in that video, remember? And I never understood that. I went through my life holding grudges. This is key, you guys. Holding grudges, never really being able to forgive, and unintentionally having hurtful thoughts pop up in my mind at any given time. I believed I was someone who struggled to forgive. That was her belief. She believed that she has a hard time forgiving. But after your video, I decided to shift to a reality where certain things never happened. You see, it's different. She shifted to a reality where certain things never happened. She wasn't trying to convince herself in this current reality that it didn't happen. No, she's shifting to a whole new reality where things never happened. That's huge difference. She really got it. I once dealt with a guy who was not sexually clean. He ended up infecting me very badly, if you know what I mean, and we all do. It was my first time doing the act. I was heartbroken and had caused me so much pain for so long, leaving me feeling, oh, I'm sorry. She says, I'm sorry, decided, okay, so he ended up affecting me badly, if you know what I mean. It was my first time doing the act. I was heartbroken and had caused me so much pain for so long, leaving me feeling disgusting even after treatment. You guys, I have heard this story many times already, as not only as a coach, a manifestation coach, and I don't even like calling myself manifestation coach. It's more I'm just life coaching you guys. But as a therapist, I've heard this story many, many times. And so feeling disgusting after, she says, feeling disgusting even after treatment, I felt anger and hatred towards him. Thoughts and images would pop up in my mind of me hurting him. I had never experienced thoughts so sinister before. Every single day for months, it was mental torture, hate, and anger. And then I watched your video and I started revising and choosing a reality where it didn't happen. I just kept persisting in the fact that it did not happen, that I never even came into close enough contact with that person. Suddenly, the hateful thoughts disappeared. The thoughts of harming him had just stopped. The health issues that it caused, it's like it never even happened. I don't experience chronic irritation or pain. And I went to my doctor and got cleared for, and she wrote this in all caps, I got cleared for everything. It's literally as if it never happened because I decided it didn't. So, wow, this is so powerful, you guys. And it was that simple. The truth is simple. Like I keep mentioning in all the videos, right? The truth is simple. She said it was that simple. Okay. It was that simple. After almost a year of homicidal thoughts, physical agony, and deep depression, I somehow shifted into a reality where I am now free of all of it. I feel so light now. I feel so clean. I wasn't able to experience intimacy because of the constant pain I was in. And for the first time in my life, I was finally able to. I know this isn't necessarily a PG success story, but it's real. And it's amazing. I could cry. If it's shared, please do so anonymously because, right? She says, because who knows who it could help. Thank you so much for sharing this because I know this is going to help many, many people. After finding your page, I'm finally able to recognize the God in me. I manifested a brand new car, housing, but nothing compares to the mental and physical health, in all caps. I didn't affirm all day or do any specific techniques. I just told myself, I am God, and it never happened whenever I needed the reminder. Thank you, Rose. I hope to one day spread the word of God the way that you do to help others. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for sharing that story with all of us, because it is powerful and it is going to help so many, maybe not in this specific kind of health issue, but in any other health issue, right? And I appreciate you so, so much for being so honest and open and allowing me to share this with the world. I have goosebumps, you guys, reading that story, because it is a powerful story of who you all are. When I say you guys are freaking amazing, this is what I'm talking about. We're so powerful that we have no limits on our power. The only limits that we have are those that we are self-imposing with our own thoughts and our own beliefs. So let's look at what she did, okay? So I'll forgive what you did, but I won't forget. That was her motto before. That was what she was telling. And I know a lot of you have heard this or said this even. Well, I'll forgive, but I won't forget. Fool me once, fool me twice, shame third time, shame on you. All of those things, you see. But what does that do? It doesn't protect you from anything. It just keeps you perpetuating the same kind of relationships or interactions or feelings with a different person and a different person. You carry around the hatred and the resentment and the self-loathing, thinking that you're protecting yourself. But when you understand that that is not, it's optional for you to experience that you can shift into a different reality where you're no longer experiencing these things. That's the beautiful power that we have within, that we were born with. So she says to forgive is forgetting. That's what clicked with her. That was her moment. And she says, wait, forgiving is forgetting. Now she gets it, right? And that's in Neville Goddard, by the way. I shifted to a reality where certain things never happened. I chose it never happened. I chose it never happened. Do you see? She's not saying, oh no, it happened. It happened. I even have the physical proof that it happened. Or it happened, or no, the bills are coming and it's happening. Look, do you want to call my landlord? Do you want to see how much I owe on my mortgage? Look, do you want to see what's going on? I have proof. No, girl, it's happening, right? She could say the same thing. It doesn't matter what the topic is. If you say that's different than this situation, that's different than this situation, now you're the one separating with your power. You're saying it doesn't work for everything. You're saying it only works for certain things and not others. That's only you. And so she finally said, enough of this. I chose it never happened. And she said she just jumped, I wrote, she jumped timelines. She jumped to another reality where it never happened. She didn't try to fix herself. She didn't try to fix the situation. She got tired of being angry and wanting to hurt someone else for hurting her. She let go of the resentment. She let go of all of it and went into a complete different version of her. She said the hateful thoughts disappeared. It's like it never happened. Because it didn't. In this new reality that she's in, it never happened. She's a new person, a new version of herself. So she's right. That's why it's like it never happened. She said it twice in her email to me, twice, because that's what it feels like when you're in a new reality. It's like it never happened. You're a whole new version of yourself. You have a whole new past, a whole new present, a whole new future, because you are in a whole new reality. You're not just changing an event, you're changing everything. Everything is aligned with this new version with you. Do you see? So she says, I didn't use any techniques. I just told myself I am God and it never happened. That was her natural technique, you guys. In my last video, I said, be you. No one manifests like you do. No one can come up with the perfect affirmation for you. And many of you have asked me, like in session, what should I imagine? What should I affirm? And you notice I will never tell you what, because it's you. Like, what would you say? What would you think? What would you feel? Because this is what's natural to you. And manifesting is natural. Assuming things is natural. We do it all the time. So you're already doing it. So if I say an affirmation on a video and it works for some and not others, that's why. Because you believe it. Some believe it, others don't believe it. It's not natural to you. Maybe the way that I say it is natural to you. And for other people, they're like, no, everything she's saying is not natural to me. But for all these other people, they're like, yeah, it's totally natural. Rose is talking the way that I think. Rose is talking the way that I talk. And other people are like, I don't talk like her. Do you see? I need more science. I need more analogies. I need more, like perfect little sentences or some. I'm never going to talk like that, you guys. You know me. I talk like Rose, and that's exactly how I talk, and I affirm things for myself. And that's what I mentioned in my last video, and that's what she's saying here too, is like it was natural for her to say it didn't happen. It's like I'm God and it never happened. Do you see? It never happened. So it doesn't matter the tense. She said it never happened, or she didn't. Do you see how she didn't get fixated on the wording? She just said it how she would think, how she wants to say it. And she persisted in it, even though she would get fear and doubt. And she had the physical evidence, you guys, that it happened. Talk about being afraid. That's where all her rage and anger was coming from. Do you see? That fear was there, but she imagined and assumed it anyway. So her way is I am the way. So your way, her way was I am. Your way is I am. And that's the scripture, is I am the way. Do you get it? I am the way. So for each and every single one of us, we say, I am the way. Like the Rosey Life's not the way, I am the way. Another coach or YouTuber's not the way, I am the way. Do you see? A book, Neville's not the way, I am the way. Do you see? She stopped fearing doubt. She stopped being afraid of feeling the doubt. She stopped being afraid of the body, of the 3D evidence. She stopped being afraid of it, and she assumed it anyway. She said, you know what? I see the evidence. I see it's here in my face. I feel the fear. I feel the anger, the resentment, the just like the rage in her, right? I feel it, but I'm going to assume it anyway. I'm going to go ahead and assume it anyway. Okay, so I want to keep going on this topic of fear, because both in the comments and with my clients in the Rosey Life community, the feeling of fear keeps popping up for a lot of you, and I get it. Okay, but I want to share with you guys a few things. That fear, right? If you Google it, Webster Dictionary, it's the definition of fear is an unpleasant, strong emotion caused. Let's wait for the flyover. All right. An unpleasant and strong emotion caused by anticipation or awareness of danger. Let's pick it apart a little bit. So fear is an unpleasant, strong emotion, a feeling. Okay, fear is a feeling, all right, caused by anticipation or awareness of danger. Well, let's go back to some basics of who we are. We are God. My awareness of being is God. Being what? Whatever you say. My awareness of being is God. My awareness is the only reality. You are awareness. Neville Goddard, the power of awareness. You are awareness. You are mind. You are awareness. Okay, so fear is caused by awareness of what? Of danger. In other words, of lack. Fear is caused by you being aware of lack. Do you get it? This is what fear is. This is the thing that you guys are hung up on the most. And I understand, because fear is an unpleasant, strong emotion. It's not fun, right? But what's it caused by? It's caused by you being aware of lack. In other words, it's assumed lack, because it's not even real. Lack is made up. So if you make up lack, if you are aware of lack, in other words, the possibility of you not getting what you want, of course you're going to be aware. And when you become aware of that thought, it's going to feel like an unpleasant emotion. So if you become aware of it's not going to happen, or afraid it's not going to happen, or afraid you're not going to get what you want, and then you have a strong feeling, that's fear. And so that's what you're being aware of. You're paying more attention to feeling of fear than you are to who you really are. So remember, I am the cause. That's you. That's all of us. I am the cause, and I am awareness. Even the definition of fear says it point blank, that you are the cause and you are the awareness causing the fear. I love it. I love that the definition of fear spells it out for us. Okay, so emotion, right? What is an emotion? It's an effect of your assumption. Like I've said in that little train video, where do thoughts and feelings come from? Your thoughts and feelings come from your assumptions. If you assume something, your story, you're declaring something, you saying something, you're like, I am this, I am that. And then thoughts and feelings are produced or effects from that assumption. Do you see? So that's an emotion. So an unpleasant, strong emotion, where's it come from? Even Webster tells you where it's come from. Law of assumption is not even making this up. I'm not making it up. Neville Goddard's not making this up. The definition of fear is telling you that your feelings are caused. It's not the feeling and then you get scared, right? No. Or do you see? It's caused by your awareness of I'm not going to get what I want, and then you have the feeling. It's spelling it out here for all of us, right? So do you choose to believe your feelings, or do you choose I am? That's the bottom line here, you guys. Your choice. Do you choose to believe in your feelings, right, that now you see are all made up? Do you choose to believe in that fear, no matter how strong it feels? Or do you choose to believe in awareness, that I am awareness, and that whatever I choose to be aware of is the only truth? I can be aware of fear, I can be aware of lack, or I can be aware of my wish fulfilled. It's your choice. That's what it boils down to. So it's in the biggest fear I wrote here is not getting what you want. How is that possible when you are the kingdom of heaven is within you? And it says, I even wrote it down here, it's like in Luke 17:27, it says the kingdom of heaven is within you. That's the scripture that Jesus said. And that was a response to the Pharisees. Now the Pharisees in the metaphysical in the Bible represent scholars and students of the Bible, and they studied and practiced and the scriptures, okay? So they were around the time with Jesus too. And Pharisees metaphysically represent separation, that they are separate. They look for signs. They look for customs. In other words, they banked on formalities, on rituals. They want steps and logic and processes to everything. That's what the Pharisees represented. And when the Pharisees went to Jesus and said, "Oh yeah, you think you know it all? Well, where's the kingdom? When's the kingdom coming if you know it all?" Because they looked at Jesus and all his powers as something evil instead of as righteous. They looked at Jesus like, "Oh yeah, you think you know it all? You think you're God? So tell us then, when's the kingdom coming?" And the response was, the kingdom of heaven is within you. It's already here. It's in you. It's now. Stop looking for it. It's not coming. It's within you. Where? In consciousness. That's the Christ consciousness. It's the Christ consciousness that whatever you imagine, that whatever you can think of, whatever you can dream of, whatever you assume, and I don't want you to get confused that whatever you can dream of or whatever you imagine, it only means happy things. If you are also conscious and aware of lack, then that's yours. That's the kingdom for you, because whatever you become aware of is what you experience. That's the kingdom of heaven was within you. But God didn't create lack. God didn't create danger. That's you assuming that it's real, and whatever you assume is real is what you will experience in your life. That's why you're all right. No one's wrong. Whatever you assume, you're right. I'm not going to argue with any of you. If you believe something, go right ahead. That is in your reality, not mine, and you believe it for you, and that's it. So, but the kingdom of heaven is within you. That's where we go within to the Christ consciousness and imagine and we declare something, and that is why we can have it, because it's already yours. It's already within us. And the Pharisees represent that part of you that wants to keep it separate and say, that's hard, this is easy. No, her story doesn't apply to me. That was different. This one's bigger, this one's little. Why can I manifest these things but not these things? I must have some limiting beliefs. There must be steps. Can you please give me a process to how do I access the I am? Can you tell me and explain to me? That's the Pharisee in you. Okay, that's the Pharisee in you. And Jesus is responding and saying, stop it. The kingdom of heaven is within you. It's whatever you assume is true is. But that includes all the stories of your doubt, of your fear, of you saying it's not here. Where is it? It's been this long. All of that, you guys, you're manifesting every single one of those questions for yourself. Every time that's what you're thinking, every time you're focused on where is it, it's been this long, but this, but that, that's what you keep witnessing. And I had a session recently, and she says, I'm here because I feel like I have Groundhog Day. Every single day looks the same and I want something different. Do you see? Because she's declaring it's Groundhog Day and then is surprised that it's Groundhog Day again and again and again. Because until you drop the Groundhog Day story, things can't look different. Because your word, like Florence Scovel-Shinn, she said, your word is your wand. And as you speak, I will answer. Thank you guys so much for liking the video. Thank you for sharing it with others so the Rosey Life grows. And thank you guys again for subscribing to the channel. I truly appreciate all your love and support. And I will see you guys really, really soon. All right? Why? Because you're all freaking amazing. I told you.